I built an extraordinary amount of muscle in less than 2 years of time. In this video, I'm going to break my journey so far up in 3 sections, and in all those sections there will be at least one lesson for you to take away to help you build more muscle. My name is Daniel. I help young men build an aesthetic physique. If you're interested on personal help from me, click the link in the description and let's begin with the video. Let's start with the newbie gains beginner phase. Here, almost anything will work because you've never really worked out before in your life. Whatever you do, you will build some muscle as long as you're training with a decent intensity and you're not picking like the most stupid exercises in the entire world. Start doing CrossFit, you will build muscle. The thing that you need to focus on here, which I got really well, is to start going to the gym as a beginner with a friend. Don't go like solo mode, lone wolf, try to discover the whole gym yourself. Go with someone else who has a bit more XP in the gym than you, who can then explain like gym terms to you. He can maybe explain to you progressive overload. He can explain which machine targets the chest. He explains that you don't need to like just do the weight like this, throw it around. You need to control the weight down, and when you push the weight or pull the weight, you can go a little bit quicker, and when you let the weight come back to its original position, you slow it a bit down, which is called the eccentric phase. So as a beginner, you should focus on going with a friend and then thriving on motivation. So we are always talking about how discipline is so good, but as a beginner, you should focus on motivation instead. Go with a friend, maybe get like your girlfriend or some attractive girl you're speaking to also go to the gym. So you genuinely start to want going to the gym. You start seeing some results, you want to go even more, and this positive momentum builds up. The same was going in my life until the plateau stage like smacked me in the face. I was growing really fast, especially like my shoulders responded really well to training. But I had one problem. I hit a huge plateau. At some points, suddenly the weights did not go up anymore. Suddenly, my physique was like a bit the same as 1 month ago, whereas the previous months I looked like significantly different each month. And I was clueless because at this point I was just been thriving on motivation, going with friends, and was slowly starting to like pave my own way into the gym, go a bit more alone. And this is where like the plateau phase hits. So you could have like a beginner stage for you, could maybe like take 1 year, and your plateau stage is only like after 2 years of training. Maybe it is within 3 months. For everyone it's a bit different. But you will hit your plateau stage at some point. The first thing that I needed to address here is progressive overload. So before this time I was just doing it, sucking it out of my thumb. So I was saying, I think I did 80 kg for 8 reps previous time, and I'm going to do 9 reps today. But I did not know it. And actually I did 10 reps previous time, and now I'm doing less than previous week, which means, yeah, why does my muscle need to grow? A free workout tracking app called Heavy, I'm not sponsored, but it is just so easy to do. Just cut out that bullshit bias of, yeah, it is going to take me more time. I don't want to sit on my phone all the time at the gym. It is literally taking, you finish the set, open your phone, put in the metrics. It's like 10 to 15 seconds, boom, done again. And you don't spend time wondering, what did I do previous time? This weight actually feels kind of light. I need to add another set at a heavier weight. You actually reduce the time you spend in the gym and make it more effective. Outside of that, I was also going on a ketogenic diet combined with intermittent fasting. It is good for overall health. Because I had a lot of acne back then, and I started clearing up a bit of acne. As you can see, acne has come back a bit. But yes, my acne cleared up, but my muscle growth also cleared up. It vanished suddenly. You need to understand that glucose, so carbs, gets really easily converted into glycogen, which is like the main fuel source of your body. It gets like stored into your muscles, glycogen. To make it easy, just always consume like a lot of carbs and a lot of protein and eat in a caloric surplus. The next mistake I did was I saw that I hit like a bit of a plateau phase, and immediately I started panicking and I started going on YouTube and searching the best 4 lat exercises that emphasize a deep stretch from Jeff Nippard. Like these stupid videos, and then I kind of rearranged my entire program, which is not a bad thing. Look, if you see that you're getting diminished results, maybe it's time to switch up a few exercises. But I did it this way where now 60% of my program was like really scientific-based lifting exercises. So I was not doing lat pull downs, I was doing single arm lat pull downs. I was not doing rows, I was doing single arm rows. I was not doing bench press, I was doing like chest flies or the one arm, really focus on a stretch, converted cable, upside down, front raise. All these weird exercises. And outside of the fact that I felt my muscle better, so I actually felt the muscle contracting and stretching, it did not like give me any muscle growth. Here comes in the current phase I am in, the steroid-ish phase. At this point, I'm getting a lot of steroid accusations. And there are like only a few things that I switched up. The first one being was I started going to the gym every single day. So before this point, I was working out 5 times a week, really sometimes even 6 times a week. And at some point, I just kind of as a mistake worked out 7 times a week. And it became part of a routine. And right now I could not imagine not going to the gym in a day. You at least, the least thing you can do, like I did like for over 130 days, only like really going to the gym. But the least thing you can do is like go outside, do some push-ups, do some pull-ups. Let's say you cannot go to the gym one day. Have that working out ticked for the day. You should always have some physical exercise for the day. Yes, you should have your cardio, but something more heavy. Like you go to sleep and you have this placebo mindset of, yes, I'm going to grow because I worked out today. The next big thing was picking the right battlefield, picking the right exercises. So you can have like a battlefield and really try to progressively overload on the lateral raises or on rear delt reverse flies, just for shoulder, so to speak. But that is the wrong battlefield because that will really compromise your form, and in the end it means less mechanical tension in the side delts or the rear delts which you're trying to target. You should make the gym fun for the exercises, for the muscles that can be fun. So you need to understand this. There will be a few muscle groups that just are a bit less fun to train. Calves, abs, and shoulders, in my opinion, are a bit of the less fun muscle groups because they are small, they burn like quite easily, and you need to go light if you really want to isolate them. You could do like 300 kg calf raises instead of small calves if you're not controlling like the eccentric right and you're just bouncing up and down. You can throw your legs up and down with toes to bar, but then you are just training your hip flexors and not your lower abs. You could spam the lateral raises with like 20 to 30 kg, but now it turns into a hip hinge movement with like your triceps is also kind of extending at the way out. This weird exercise, and you're not really targeting your side delts at all. What you need to do is, for example, bench press, pull-ups, squats. These are like relatively fun exercises that you can really double down on them and put like heavier weights. A weighted belt on the pull-ups, like heavy 3 to 5 rep sets for the bench press, 4 to 6 reps for squats. Because yes, you could do squats for like 20 reps, but then definitely you're going to hate leg day. And this is just the concept of fun maxing, which I've discovered about 3 months ago. The importance of just making the gym more fun, and you will see that you grow more. You will see that training the less optimized way with more fun will build you more muscle than training the optimized way, but you are just not really enjoying the gym, and like every week you skip like one workout just because you really don't want to go. Like me myself right now, if I could go to the gym like right now, I would be happy. I literally need to wait for the afternoon. I first need to record these videos. Most people will be happy, I don't need to get to the gym right now. I'm like sitting here, like looking at the time, when can I go to the gym? And that is the reason why you have like decent results and I have extreme results in this period phase of my life. So about 1 year ago, I did not grow that fast. And the thing was, I actually didn't want to go to the gym. I hated both leg days and pull days. I had like a push-pull leg rest routine back then, which meant that only the push day was kind of fun and also not really. So it was like one of the 3 days is kind of okay, and 2 out of the 3 days are just, I hate them. And that is like the perfect recipe to like quitting the gym. And I didn't because I have like a lot of discipline in my head. I'm genetically blessed with discipline, but still. And one thing that also really helped me was just to spending more time in the gym. It is so easy, just input is output. If instead of doing a 1 hour workout, you do a 1.5 hour workouts, that will mean more muscle growth. So right now for me, I'm like transcending into the next phase of my fitness journey, which is I'm going to focus more on business. So I do it with this channel, I do it with my family business, and I'm still going to go to the gym every single day. But my workouts will be subtracted to only like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, which for me is like really short. I used to go to the gym like 3.5 hours every single day. It was like the main activity of my day. But it makes you a gym bro and there's more in life. So I'm now in a phase where I'm still going hard. I'm still going to grow a lot of muscle because 1.5 hours is still like maybe even more than recommended. But I will keep you guys up to date on how that is going. And I'm really curious to see what it will do for my muscle growth. Because some people say to me, yeah, you are big in spite of training so much. You could have been even bigger if you train like 1 hour a day. So we will see. Maybe I grow even faster and I'll make a video in a few months like explaining how I was kind of wrong and doing less is actually better. But in this current place on earth, in my belief, like training more, going more to the gym will provide you more muscle growth. So those are like the phases of my life, and each phase there was like a lesson for you. If you want like real one-to-one coaching from me and be part of my community, the Gains Vault, where I teach like every little increment about fitness, like stretching, about mobility, about powerlifting, bodybuilding, growing your calves, and go so on, check the link in the description, and I will see you soon in there.